Okay, we're going to attempt this part again today. Sorry, shit, this is my couch. Part 2 of Home of the Brave. This book is put into parts. I think I read the beginning of this section like 4 times yesterday before I finally gave up, so hopefully today it works. This is part 2, and the beginning African proverb is, "You only make a bridge where there is a river." For those following along with me, I'm on page 53. We're about to dig a little bit deeper into Kek's experience in his new home in America. Dave comes for me the next day. The next chapter is called Paperwork. Again, it's on page 53. Also, you should have, while you're doing these things, you should have your Home of the Brave journal, the notebook, open so that you're ready to stop and jot when you need to, instead of having to go back and forth, just like we do in class. So when you're ready to stop and jot, press pause, write the notes, and then unpause the video. Paperwork. Dave comes for me the next day. He has snow in his eyebrows. We drive in the red, rattling car to a new place, Refugee Resettlement Center, Dave calls it. It's warm there, with many chairs and many more people, all colors and shapes. It's my job to answer a bored lady's questions. Her fingers bounce in a machine with many buttons while she stares at a bright box. Her fingernails are shiny red, the color of blood. And I feel sorry. I feel sorry for her bad fortune. At first, I'm afraid to speak. "It's okay, Kek," Dave says. "It's called paperwork. You can't make a wrong answer here." The bored lady asks her questions again, and this time I answer. Soon I grow sleepy, and after a while her words begin to fall like raindrops on the floor. I try to understand, but all I hear are river words rushing and thundering and pushing me beneath the surface. Now and then a word I know darts up like a sparkling fish, but then it's all dark, moving water. We are there a long time. I don't think I like this America paperwork, I whisper to Dave. It makes for too many yawnings. Your first stop and jot says that the narrator's description shows how Kek begins to feel about the receptionist's questions. How does he begin to feel, and what in the story tells you that? So how does Kek feel about these questions, and what exactly in the story told you? The author did a lot of show not tell here. Page 56. The next chapter is called Information. Dave leads me to another room, and a woman sits behind a pile of papers tall as a termite mound. "Is this Kek by any chance?" she asks Dave. "One and only," he says. "Kek, meet Diane." Diane stands and shakes my hand. She isn't much taller than I am, but her grip is strong, and she meets my gaze with eyes that say that she is a friend. "We've been trying to get more information on your mom, Kek," Diane says. "Here's what we've got." She hands many papers to Dave. My hope flutters high like a bird, and I cannot catch. I ready my heart for the words I need to hear. "Found her, good news, coming home." Coming here. That's what it says. Those are words Diane must say. Those are stars that will guide my path home. This is a very difficult process, I'm afraid, Diane says. Refugees in that area move frequently, and tracking someone down can be almost impossible. We've sent out an inquiry about 2 camps on the border. Diane pauses, and I wait to hear the words, to see the stars. After the camp was attacked, some people made it to places we're contacting. I don't want you to get your hopes up, Kek. We'll know more in a while. Diane looks at some papers. Dave looks at his shoes. "I'm still hoping," I say at last. I want to sound fierce and certain as a great lion, but I sound like a lost cub, even to my own ears. "Of course you are," Diane says. "We all are." "Thank you for looking," I say. Diane nods. "You're very welcome. I'll be in touch with Dave as soon as we hear anything." We head outside. The icy air kicks at my chest. We walk to Dave's car in silence. Only the snow talks. We climb in. Seatbelt, Dave says softly. I'm glad that he doesn't ask how I'm feeling. I don't know whether to feel hope or fear. Dave pushes a knob, and the music box sings. The song races ahead while I stumble behind. Just one more thing I cannot know. Next chapter on page 60 is called School Clothes. That night, I try on the school clothes in the box Dave has brought for me. I pick a buttoned shirt and with flowers on it and soft red pants, but Gonwar rolls his eyes. Those are pajamas, he says. You wear them when you sleep. I try again. Gonwar shakes his head. The kids will eat you alive, he says. This is bad news, since I didn't know that America people like to eat each other. Gonwar must see the fear in my eyes, because he explains it means they'll beat you up. Oh, I say. I feel relieved. You mean like at camp? I'm not much of a fighter, not like my brother and my father and my cousin. I'm used to losing fights. It isn't so bad if you cover your face and the other important places. Gonwar finds a pair of hard blue pants and a shirt in the color of sand. Jeans, he says. T-shirt. I put them on and parade through the TV room like a great ruler. Gonwar groans. It's just school, Keck. My aunt hushes him. Let him have his fun, she scolds. In the bathing room, I look hard at the shiny glass and I wonder if I look like an America boy. I'm not sure if that would be a good thing or a not good thing. So your next stop and jot is on page 62. And it says, how does Keck's point of view about school help develop the story? So Keck is sharing a lot about how he feels about school, his views on it. And you can make some inferences here. What do you know about school? Based on what you've heard in the story, what does Keck know about school? And how are those two things going to interact? What predictions can you make for the future?